What's up, guys? Matt Nuzzo here at the Real Flagship Store to talk about the 2015 Envy, Liquid Force Envy. Be warned, this is going to be a long review. I'm going to tech out about a lot of things that I haven't teched out in a while because I didn't know these things existed. Also, I will take my tech shots at Waterman's Bar and Grill afterwards, so anyone that's familiar with that rule, count me in later. All right, so 2015 Envy. Totally new design in the 6th generation of the Kite. I mean, this kite, super, super impressive. There's one thing I was gonna tell you about this kite. I would tell you it's significantly lighter and significantly faster turning than any Envy that's been out before. Okay, so this one right here, this is a 12 meter. It dropped a pound compared to the 2014. So the 2015 is 1 pound less. How do they do that? Take a look at the leading edge. It's really, really skinny compared to before. They also took out a ton of DAC round, but did not sacrifice any durability. I mean, it's crazy. They took out an entire pound out of a kite, which is a huge amount in a kite, and you really feel it. It feels a lot faster through the wind window, feels a lot faster turning. Some of the other technical differences, they brought the bridle all the way to the leading edge, right to the center. Okay, so that bridle is still super compact and really reliable. The Envy, if it was gonna be known for one thing, it'd be reliability. And the reliability of this kite has not failed, okay? So this kite is really stable in the air, really, really great for relaunch. It's the only kite I've ever used that I've never blamed the kite on a session. 2015, no different. If you crash the kite in the surf, crash the kite teaching a lesson, it rolls right through itself or just catches and relaunches. They've really improved that relaunch too this year. They have significantly more sweep in the trailing edge. You can see how the leading edge comes all the way back and that wingtip really swept back. It's a huge difference having that sweep. So for light wind relaunch, for lighter riders, they were having problems with the older Envies that they just didn't have enough grunt to pull that wingtip over. Now this kite relaunches, no problem, super, super easy. So there's been a bunch of technical differences. How does it feel? It feels like that great, reliable Envy, just a lot faster, a lot more power through the range. So everywhere you turn the kite, you have that consistent power, that consistent feel. When you go to water relaunch, no brainer. Jumping, much better air time. All the sizes too, the 15 all the way down to the 5, way, way better in their stability in the sky. So it just sits up there rock solid. Gusty winds, not gusty winds. Anyone that rides this kite is gonna really, really love it. So they took a pound out and you say, that's probably gonna really drop the durability of this kite. But what they did is they actually made some machines to test the durability. All right, I was like, testing durability, what are you talking about? So they got a bunch of major manufacturers, including their own, and they made this machine. So they took the strut, and this is one part they tested. They took the strut and they made a strut bending machine. Well, why would you keep bending the strut? Well, most of your damage actually comes from when your kite is laying on the ground, short of crashing a tree or that pole or something like that. Most of your damage from kite, sitting on the beach, the strut's bending like this, just keeps bending, and makes weak points on the struts, and then the stitches come loose, and then the bladder comes through, your strut's done, expensive fix, you just don't want it happening. On this kite, what they did is they made a strut bending machine in the factory. So they're old kites, most other manufacturers' kites, and theirs included, were about 250,000 bends on that strut bending machine before the strut exploded. This kite went to 500,000 and they broke the machine. So they fixed the machine, kept bending the struts like crazy, went another 500,000 and broke the machine again. So this had 4 times the durability of their previous kites and anyone else's kites that they tested in their strut, which is the fail point on almost all kites. So adding a lot of durability and dropping a pound is completely insane. That makes this kite so great. When you're out there and you have a kite, and particularly if it's your first kite, you just don't want to think about the kite. And the Envy, that's where you are. You just get out and you go kiteboarding. If you want a brainless kite, you could go kiteboarding, you could ride the waves, you could jump, you could do all sorts of things. You're gonna absolutely love this kite. I hate to say that this kite's suited for everyone, but it actually is. They actually made a kite that suits everyone. Okay, some people might want to have a sea kite that slacks the lines better, or a specific high racing kite that goes super far up in the wind window. But this kite, for almost everyday rider, for your everyday kiter, is gonna really, really love the Envy. One other thing you can take a look at is look at that wingtip again. It actually has some profile shape in it. So previously, they had the profile up in the leading edge going through the center strut and flatten out coming through the wingtip. So the profile went from the leading edge and flattened through the wingtip. What they learned with the solo when they're making the solo is said, hey, add profile all the way through the wingtip and you're gonna get that power through the turn like a sea kite's gonna have. So they got that consistent power through the turn like the Sea Kite, not quite as aggressive as a delivery, so everyone can ride it. And you've got a kite that has power anywhere you turn it through the wind window. A couple things that you want to know about insider information is they changed the rider response, okay? The tuning, where you're going to set that tune. Okay, so your standard setting now, with the bar all the way pulled in, the standard setting is going to want to have it where the bar's out a little bit. Okay, so if you're used to riding last year's Envy or the year before, where you could pull all the way in and the standard setting and unhook or do something like that, you're going to want to sheet out a touch like I did here, or use the knot all the way away. One other interesting note is they have the loudest bag on the market. I mean, they picked this material, I have no idea where it came from, but it's like the crunchiest material ever. It feels like a bag of potato chips you just sat on it. So if you're trying to be quiet and sneak into your local zone, I mean, that's not happening. It's just not happening. It's just crazy loud. But they did improve the bag, made the zipper go all the way around so you could actually fit a kite in it. Go figure. Only other thing I can tell you about the Envy is that you're gonna be hard pressed to find people around here that don't like it. Because this kite's gonna work for lessons, it's gonna work for waves, it's gonna work for your intermediate rider, and it's gonna work for the slider park. Again, there's a few kites that might have a little more performance or depower, more depower here or there. But if you want just a jack of all trades, do everything kite, Liquid Force Envy is gonna be awesome. If you wanna check out more reviews, go to realwatersports.com. We'll see you on the water.